Hey everybody, this is iRaskal on Abused Muffin's channel, and today I bring to you Slayer DMRs on Zealot. This is a doubles arena, and it was me and Abused Muffin, and the basic idea of this map is that it has a large outer circle, and as soon as the game starts, everyone runs in the direction they face until they meet each other. Pretty simple. And so most people try to use grenades to control, and that's a great idea, but what me and Dylan do specifically, and I think is a great idea, is we both use armor lock, and through that we're able to focus on one guy and kill him, and then with armor lock we can switch out and eventually get to the other guy, and that worked perfectly, even though Dylan died. What happened here was I jumped to outer space just to get back to the top level quicker, and that guy chased me. I should have been turned around. I don't know what I was doing. And here I'm just looking for a quicker way to get back to the top level, so I go to outer space. And here's a tip about outer space: never jump, because if you jump, that counter will go past 0 and you will commit suicide. When someone takes a one of the in-map lifts like that, just always call it out and shoot at them, because they're, you know, at the mercy of the game's physics. So what we did there was I killed him, and I really should have armor locked, but I was new to it. This was my first time using it this game, so I wasn't ready. And although it's mostly a circle and you'll spend most of the game walking around, as you saw there, if you look across, I guess if you were to be, you know, nerdy, I'd call it across tangent lines of this basic circle, you can get really easy kills, actually. And there's an example of how armor lock can save you, because right there, first he got Dylan no shields with a nade, then he got me no shields, but although we both armor locked and switched out, we were able to kill him, even though he juked us both pretty bad. And it's not really a good idea to randomly armor lock in a DMR battle. I just kind of did it because I panicked, and it actually worked out for me, but I would not do that normally. Right there, if you're waiting to regen shields, I think it's a great idea. But your armor lock has to be about full to get a full regen. As you see in the bottom left-hand corner right there, it takes a long time to respawn as well. Out in outer space there is a grenade launching gun. I think it's really great. I should have picked it up. And there, again, I should have used my armor lock ability, but as I said, I was new to it, and I was just getting used to it. Now right here, Dylan calls out he needs help, and even though he dies, all the way from over here, I could get that kill, and that, you know, put us back in the lead. That gave us momentum. And here I found this cool little jump. You can use these to get to top level a lot quicker. And he wasn't expecting me. And as you saw there, nades don't bounce very well off the floor of this map. They do off the walls. And when Dylan died there, he called out sword, and I also heard the sword. So we knew what we were up against. And Dylan, when you armor lock, you're obviously immune to a sword shot. And as soon as the sword hit him, he popped in and out of armor lock, and that dropped the sword's shields to nothing, and we were able to finish him off. Now right here, you have to be able to switch weapons really quickly, like the sword in that case, and you don't have to be thinking about, you know, which weapon am I going to swap, who should have it, because if I had have been thinking about that, been taking my time, I would have been killed by that grenade. Here, when I see him shooting me with the needler, I should have pulled out the sword and charged him, or armor locked. That would have saved me too, but instead I died, and Dylan wasn't able to finish off the one shot, so we could at least get one kill for 2 deaths. So it didn't work out for us, but that's a pretty good example of using armor lock to its full potential. What we do is we, you know, one of us gets them low, and when we get low, we just when our shields get low, I should say, we armor lock and then switch out. Here, this was a messy play. We were both really low shields and health, and it wasn't long before it caught up to us, and they were able to kill us both, because we only had a couple seconds left on our armor lock ability. Here, I knew that nade hit him dead on, and I wanted the kill, so I wouldn't recommend it, but I did chase him, and it did happen to work out. Dylan called out that there was a sword guy there, and if you watch closely, I know I armor locked, but didn't work out for me anyway. So I came back, and Dylan did the smart thing and didn't chase. Took the other lift, though, so he had a good vantage point on him. And when the sword guy here takes the lift, I call out to Dylan, sword, you know, coming to you. So Dylan didn't even know it, but when he armor locked, he saved himself and dropped the sword's shields to nothing, so I was able to one-shot him and pick up the easy double kill. And there I killed that guy with help of a nade, and over here I was just trying to kill him by spamming, but that doesn't always work for you when your reticle's really big. And there's another example of using armor lock and switching out so he could get the kill. I was really low shields, but since he was focusing on Dylan, I just told Dylan to armor lock. I could pop out and finish him off with a headshot. So here we are again. I'm getting some... I looked across the tangent lines, as I call them, and was able to get some shots on. And I shouldn't have armor locked. I would have been able to get the kill, and the other guy would have been one shot. But instead I panicked and used armor lock. But Dylan was still able to finish out the kill because I called it out. Here, I knew they were up there, so I threw some nades off some walls just to make sure I wasn't going to get ambushed. And when the sword guy ran down, I realized it was going to be a 1v1, so I was actually able to out-DMR this guy, although it was very close. But they obviously called out that I was one shot, so I had to armor lock to avoid the nade. I shouldn't have jumped down. I should have gone around that staircase so I could have ambushed them, or flanked. But instead, I just stayed down. And when this guy, there's an example of when he sworded me, I went into armor lock. When he hit me and he was right in front of me, I was able to get him no shields through the armor lock and finish him off with the one shot. That guy should have killed me, but I was able to just barely get away with, no health at all. It was a very, very lucky play, really. Here, I just used the sword to my advantage. Now, Dylan calls out that he needs help after that in a 1v1. And so I jumped down. I couldn't make up my mind by looking at his little tag where he was, but eventually I realized it was down here, and I'm able to jump down and get the easy sword lunge for the game over. Alright, so thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Hey, and hopefully if this all works out, we'll have lots more videos. Thanks, and see you later.